Restaurant prices are insane. The quality of the food has gone downhill. The environment is no longer family friendly. I do not want to step foot in a restaurant anymore. Why would I go pay for overpriced food that has low quality and the environment is no longer welcoming? I might as well just eat at home. I can make my own meals. I know what I'm putting into the food and I feel safe. And guess what? I'm not the only one. Take a look at these.
Why is the cost of food so expensive right now?
It's easy. Retailers are greedy. They want to make maximum profits. That's bottom line. That's all. Right? It's not the supplier's fault. The suppliers are pinched by their suppliers to get the product. Fuel charges are added into that. And, the suppliers are making, on certain products that they produce, 3, 4, 5%, 10% if they're lucky. If they're making more than that, that's awesome. But the suppliers don't make a ton of money. The retailers then take the product and they want 35% margins or 50% margins or 100% margins, right? And and who ends up paying for that? We do. And it's not, it's greedy. That's all it is. It's just pure greed.
I get so annoyed at these restaurants that charge all these extra fees. It's annoying. Look at this. These fees absolutely drive me insane. A $1.05 service charge fee, a $1.05 to-go supply fee. I'm like, I get it. Things cost more. Okay, believe it used to not be $10.50 for a sandwich and a hash brown, okay? But nickel and diming, these companies realize that they can charge all these fees now, and they're gonna do it. And it drives me nuts.
I want y'all to look at this and tell me what you think. This dude went out to a restaurant. The bill was $704, right? The restaurant added a service charge of $108. I don't know what a service charge is. I don't know what that is. At first I was thinking that it was something like a tip, to tip the server, but then this dude asks, is a $5 tip disrespectful or totally fair? You're not about to charge me $108 service fee and still get a tip. You're not getting a tip. What is a service charge?
I predict that tons of fast food and restaurant places are going to go out of business before they figure it out. What am I talking about? The fact that it's so damn much money to go out to eat right now that people just aren't doing it anymore. Well, you can't go to McDonald's or Chipotle for under $20 now. Yeah, if you hit the dollar menu, you use the app and you do the little tricks and stuff. Me and my son went to Chipotle the other day. The video's everywhere. It was $52.64 for the two of us to get 2 bowls and 2 drinks. Like, these people have lost their minds. A lot of these fast food places and a lot of these sit-down places. Like Denny's, me and my son went to Denny's to have breakfast. It's a Denny's. It was over $62 for the two of us to have coffee and our breakfast. And I was like, what the hell did we eat?
Am I the only one who thinks going to a sit-down restaurant isn't even worth it anymore? For 2 people with tip and tax, you're spending a bare minimum of $50. If you get appetizers and drinks, that could easily be $80 to $100. Now, we go out for food like once or twice a week, and unless it's a celebration or we're going out with friends or family, we're just getting takeout. It's Chipotle. It's Bibimbap. It's Kava, right? That's it. It just makes no sense to spend $50 on a mid-tier sit-down meal when we can spend $17 and eat at home.
According to the National Restaurant Association, menu prices are estimated to rise an additional 30% in 2026, with fast food prices having already increased by nearly 50% over the last decade. But with restaurants like McDonald's raising prices at nearly triple the national rate of inflation, how did the restaurant experience become just another way to fatten shareholders' pockets?
Nearly 40% of Americans are eating out less than last year, and it's crushing restaurants nationwide. A new YouGov study reveals the harsh reality. 8 in 10 Americans say restaurant prices have risen noticeably in the past 12 months. And the result? Well, diners are sharing meals or skipping drinks or even staying home more often.
It is so hard to go to restaurants. I just want y'all to know something. When I go pick up my food, don't ask for no tip. You ain't getting no tip. Nope. I'm going in, getting my food, and I'm leaving. That's right. You want me to pay an 18% or 20% tip when you ain't done nothing? But your job? No, I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it. Y'all better hope Trump give y'all no tax on tips. Because I'm not doing it. I'm not giving you a 20% tip when I go pick up my own food. You can call it what you want. Prices are outrageous. Going out to eat is outrageous. It is. So I'm going to tell you right now. Don't get mad at me, kings and queens. You ain't getting that tip.
This is literally all that I ordered. Just this. And this cost me $20. 19, but that's basically 20. $19 for one person. That's literally an hour of work for a lot of people in this world.
I just want to know when as a society we got to this point. Me and my husband went to Chili's last night. Chili's for dinner, right? He got a burger, I got the triple dipper, and we got 2 beers and chips and queso. Tell me why I spent $70 or $80 on dinner last night. For a burger, the triple dipper, 2 beers, and chips and queso. Well, you can't even go to dinner anymore at Chili's and not have the mentality of that you're gonna drop around $100. Freaking blows my mind. Anyways, maybe I'm the only person who, I don't know, cares about it, but that blew my mind. It was insane. I looked at him and I was like, we're at Chili's.
I stopped eating out for an entire year, and I plan to keep cooking 100% of my meals at home. Well, besides these 3 exceptions, right now you're thinking I'm too busy and I can never do that. And to that I say, if you don't have the time to be healthy, you surely don't have the time to be sick. And unfortunately, convenience is the enemy of your optimal health, which is my biggest issue with eating out leisurely. You spend twice as much for food that's rarely even good for you, and I'm not even convinced it saves you any time as long as you're prepared. So once a week, sit down and plan simple meals for you and your family. Buy what you need and execute on the plan. I'd highly recommend meal prepping, and when you do cook a fresh meal, make enough for multiple days. By the way, leftovers are my favorite food group. You will save thousands of dollars, thousands of calories, and you'll never have to worry about wasting food, which is my pet peeve. And while it may not taste quite as good as your favorite restaurant, you do get to improve your culinary skills, which is appreciated